So here we are, the Simpit set, a studio that feels so comfortable, a spot that you know very well. And here I am in my Simpit shirt that I've worn for so many episodes. And to be honest with you, I had dozens of these made up in either the red and white or the orange and white logo. But despite having so many over the years, they've all gotten faded. They've all got kind of cracked logos, and they're kind of starting to look a little on the shabby side of things. Well, luckily, we've joined forces with IMB Racewear to solve exactly that problem. To take things from this to this. Doesn't this look a whole lot better? Doesn't this look a little more professional while I'm presenting or doing a review? Don't I look a little more like a pro racer? And while we're out there racing, instead of looking like this, we can now look like this. And on top of that, IMB Racewear hooked me up with a set of matching gloves in Simpit colors. And I gotta tell you, my hands and my suede or Alcantara wheels will never be happier. So to be totally honest with you, I was extremely excited to get these in. And from the moment I opened the bag, it really finished off that fantasy that is sim racing. We see our heroes up on the podium. They're celebrating their victories while donning the colors of their team and their sponsors who have made them famous. IMB Racewear makes these dreams possible with their custom gloves and shoes, getting you a step into that reality. I have my full kit here, which looks awesome, as well as a full set for Amir so he can don the Simpit colors and look awesome as well. Or you could join the Simpit team by getting the Simpit colors and graphics on your very own gloves. They go for $50 and they are sim racing specific. I mean, these aren't made for bicycling. They're not made for real life car racing. These are specifically built for sitting in your house sim racing. And they come in a variety of sizes. And when you order them, you can get your own name, your own car number, and your own country of origin flag on the wristband as well. So let's talk about these gloves and who actually needs gloves for sim racing. So let's start off with the need thing. If you're using a suede or an Alcantara wheel, wearing gloves is an absolute must. If you put your grubby hands on a suede or Alcantara wheel, you will ruin the wheel in less than a month. It's amazing how quick it'll actually pack in that material and you get that glossy, gummy feeling on it, and that's no good. If you're using that wheel, absolute must. On top of that, I've had some wheels that are actually kind of slick or slippery, maybe made of rubber. So when my hands get a little on the moist side, maybe the wheel gets too slippery, or maybe I even get that rubber buildup where it starts beating on my palms because the rubber material on my steering wheel, another really good scenario for using gloves. And the other is just the confidence. I think some people, when they put a glove on their hand and they grip that steering wheel, they just feel a little bit more confident. Now, in the world of gloves, there are a lot of options to choose from. You can buy racing gloves. They'll cost you a fortune. They'll overheat your hands because they're built for being fireproof, not for sim racing. You can buy a set of mechanics wear gloves. These will cost you practically nothing, but usually it's almost like a one-size-fits-all, and they're just kind of baggy. Yeah, they get the job done. They'll protect my wheel, but they're not the ultimate. Now, sure, these are $50. But they are absolutely beautiful. Whether you get Simpit colors or your own colors, they're gorgeous gloves and they are purpose built for sim racing. So the SSG2 gloves is what I have here. These are my original SSG1 gloves, and you can see they are tired. I have used these for 2.5 years. You've seen them a million times on the show. But despite being that used, they are still going strong, but now I can throw away, and these are a lot more gorgeous, and they are improved. So the new SSG2 model, you've got this perforated top, so they're cooler, even more built for sim racing. You've got a better closure on the wrist, an easier to use Velcro. It takes up a little less space. It's not as stiff, feels better on your hand. And then on top of that, you now have this reinforced strip. So where your hand contacts the wheel, it's going to last that much longer. And then you have some of the carried over features. So you've got that cool grippy material. It's not only a cool looking pattern, but it feels nice on the steering wheel. And then you've got the touch screen fingertips on the index and thumb. So if you have an on-the-wheel dash or a tablet or a phone you want to operate while sim racing, it's going to do all of that great. So for $50, they are purpose built, and they are gorgeous, and they do last a very, very long time. So that gives them an advantage over some other gloves that might be less expensive. But overall, it's a really nice fit, it's a really nice finish, and again, they're so good looking. So the pair that I got were actually size large, and when I put them on, you'll notice they are just a teeny tiny bit long in the fingers, absolutely a perfect fit in the body and wrist. But what I notice is that when I wrap my finger around, or my fingers around the wheel, that I actually need that added length. So it ends up being almost an entirely perfect fit. Now, of course, I'm totally biased to the Simpit colors and graphics. I love these gloves. They are so awesome. But my bias does end right there, because I'm really all about you guys when it comes to my review process. And what's really cool is IMB Racewear makes these gloves available customized for you. So you can send in your own graphics. They don't have to be the Simpit colors. You can have anything you want on those gloves and make all your own choices. And they do that for only $63. So it is $13 more, but they're completely customized for the way that you want. In addition to the gloves, IMB Racewear also makes the boots. We reviewed those a while back. They have upgraded those boots as well, and we're waiting on a special edition Simpit model that we're going to be getting in fairly soon. We'll make those available to you as well. Those go for $89, and then when you're purchasing them, you can pick the colors. You can't do the graphics the same, but you can pick all the panel colors and have your own logo put on the boots, and those again are only $89. In addition to the gloves and the boots, IMB Racewear also makes my favorite sim sock. I'm not sure why I call it my favorite sim sock, because I actually use these in my motorcycle. These are like just one of my favorite pair of socks. They're cool socks. They're compression. They've got ventilation, so when you're putting them inside of a sim racing shoe of any kind, they keep your feet kind of nicely cool, and with those compression in the arch, they're really comfortable. So I've always liked these. They're only 12 bucks. I mean, I don't know if they're really sim specific, but they happen to work out really well for sim racing or, again, motorcycle riding. So again, I want to thank IMB Racewear for coming on board with the Simpit, making this available. The jerseys right now are exclusive to me, and Amir got his version as well. We're working on getting those available soon as well. So it'll be the boots for sure coming very soon. Shortly following that, we will have the jerseys available. Now, because of this affiliation, we're so excited. We are going to be giving away a set of gloves. So a pair of Simpit gloves to one lucky viewer. But, you know, giving you a set of gloves in the Simpit colors, that's almost like inviting you to join the team. Of course, you can buy them, buy your way onto the team, but we're going to give away a pair to a very dedicated viewer. And when I say dedicated, this is how dedicated. First of all, we're going to give them away this Friday on the Pit Stop, the live show at 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Standard Time, USA. 9 a.m. Pacific Coast Standard Time is when the Pit Stop begins. During that show, we'll be doing a giveaway, and you are going to have to be watching live, and you're going to have to be able to answer in the chat during that. So like I said, one of our most dedicated fans or viewers are going to be most eligible, because you're going to have to be there or be square in order to win those gloves. So hopefully you'll tune in for that and get yourself a great set of Simpit gloves, and hopefully you'll check out IMB Racewear, and I want to thank them once again for joining the team. That's going to do it for this one. Make sure you see that show. Easiest way is subscribe right now. Be sure to thumbs up if you enjoyed this show, and thank you for watching. This is the Simpit. I'm Sean Cole, and I'll see you on the track.